Hello and welcome to this class. We'll be working towards Mermaid pose, which is a version of Eka Pada Rajakapotasana or one-legged pigeon. The arms are overhead and behind you. So it's really a full body pose. Let's find stability on all fours, hands and knees, gripping the mat and tucking the pelvis under. Starting to move the upper spine in circles while the shoulders try to stay still. Move slowly and feel into every little piece of the spine, the upper spine here. And start to incorporate your breath. Breathing in when you go down, breathing out when you go up. A couple of rounds at your own pace. And when you're ready, the movement gets bigger and bigger into your hips and over your wrists. And then eventually tuck toes under, up to downwards facing dog. Round to plank and keep on waving the spine here. Breathing in, going forward over your wrist, bending into elbows and knees, going up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Rippling through the spine a couple of times at your own pace. Loosening up whatever energy that's been stagnant in your spine. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Push the mat away with your hands. Let your shoulders go up towards your ears. Neck softens. And then get your weight on your left foot, getting the right straight leg up behind you. You need to just step that foot between your hands. Get the right foot really far forward and the left knee back. Straightening up to a lunge position, and we want a vertical line here, so tuck your pelvis under a little bit. Arms straight up, just like they were in downward facing dog. They're pushing up this time. Maybe Kali Mudra, every finger but the first interlaced. Reaching to the sky while you melt your hips downward. Use your pelvic floor in Mula Bandha here. Everything is working. Release your hands slowly to the inside of the foot and pivot to the long edge of the mat, switching into left knee, high skandasana. Stay where your muscles really need to work and push that knee out, pulse it out. About 5 times, engaging the hip and the thigh. Slowly turn towards your left. Get the back knee down. And sit down into stag legs, so about 90 degrees in both legs here. Take a deep breath in. Find a steady position. Hands are wide outside your knee and your foot. And then start to ripple your spine again. And you breathe out as you go up, and you breathe in as you push your chest forward, going down. Slow and mindful movements here. Stay upright for a second, find your bearing. And with little movement, downward facing dog, an optional vinyasa. We're in downward facing dog to the other side of the mat. And lift the left leg up to the sky. Point your toes and straighten that leg. Step it in between your hands and get that foot forward of the knee. The back knee back. Again, tucking your pelvis. Straight line. Reaching upwards while we push the hips down. Use of the root lock and the pelvic floor here will get you more into shoulders and upper back. Sipping on air. Hands down to the inside of the front knee. Getting into Skandasana on the right leg. Stay where there is work and pulse that right hip, knee outwards. Right, roll onto the pinky toe edge of the foot to make the work even more subtle but strong. Hands down, turn to your right, hips back, and you can use your hands for help to get into stag legs, 90 degrees angles, internal and external rotation of your hips, and then spider fingers, ripple upwards and downwards. Slow is the name of the game in this warm-up piece of the practice. Undulating with your breathing. Maybe look up to get that extra last piece of elongation through the neck and spine. And then stay upright for a second. Downward dog. Stay here. Or vinyasa. Settle in Adho Mukha. Bend elbows to the floor to dolphin, still pushing the ground away with your full lower arm. Tip it toe a little bit closer to your body and lift that right leg straight up. Pulse it in dolphin. Glute and hamstring work. Straighten that leg. Pulse high up. Slowly. Other leg. Up, up, up. Shoulders keep pushing. Core stays active. Last one is the highest. And then feet meet at the mat. Knees down. Take a breath and move your arms straight forward. Active puppy for one breath. Push your upper back up. And then with your lower abs still engaged, melt your heart to the mat. Puppy. We want to feel the upper back and the shoulders. So tucking the pelvis a little bit, engaging the lower abs, will really help to move the stretch and the work up in your spine. Move again to hands and knees and tabletop. Right hand behind your head, elbow wide. Reach it up towards the sky, twisting, and then oblique work down to the other elbow. Up and down, working here, really rotating through the spine, working the upper back and the obliques. Breathing out when you go down and breathing in when you go up. And then at the last one, twist through the arms, threading the needle. The left arm goes above your head, so it's like a hybrid twist puppy. Open the top shoulder up in a way that feels good for you. Hips are quite even. Hands to the mat again, around shoulder height. Left straight leg behind you, foot on the earth. Pivot on the right knee into a side plank on the ground here. Open up the top left shoulder. And maybe you feel the length all the way from your toes into your fingertips. Lift the straight leg up. Bend it. Option to grab it behind you. Push the hand into the foot and the foot into the hand. Back bending. Release the neck. Look where it feels good for you. Use your glutes. And then the lifted foot goes behind the foot on the ground. And the right leg can stay or elongate out into wild thing. Lengthen all the movements. Push the ground away. Lift your hips. And then lift your left leg. Roll over into plank pose. And then lower through your arms, laying on your stomach. Tent your fingers at your lower ribs. And we'll do cobra lifts. Shoulder blades together. Move from the neck, using the whole front body to push up. And then slowly down. Not the highest ones, just using all of the back muscles here. Again, up. Shoulder blades together. Engage your glutes. Up. And then push your chest forward as you go down. Fingertips help you engage your upper back. So one last time. Up, up, up. And then breathe out. Go forward. Palms to mat. Maybe you push up through a push-up and downward facing dog. One expansive breath. And then forward onto hands and knees. Left hand behind your head, twisting upwards, and oblique work down towards the opposite elbow. Up and down. Breathe in, expand, and breathe out, crunch. 2 more. And then on the last one, big breath in. And then crunch down, straight arm underneath the right hand. Temple to the ground, and your right arm up above you. Open through the chest, twist through your upper body. Hands back to the mat. Pivot on your left knee. Right straight leg through the side. Side plank on the knee. Lengthen your whole right side, pushing the hips forward. And then lift the top leg into your glutes. Option to grab that foot behind you with the palm facing up. Push hips forward here too. A little tuck of your pelvis helps the back foot up. Slowly, gently release and set that foot behind the left one. Straighten into wild thing. Hips up to the sky. Arm variations welcome. However you feel the most expanded through your front body. And then through a little side plank. Downward dog, ripple forward, plank, and then gently down to the ground again. Second round of cobras, tent your fingers around your ribs, shoulder blades together, move through the neck. And when you go forward, push your chest and go down, rest. Up again, hips stay on the ground. If this feels like a lot in your lower back, engage your legs even more, push them straight back. And then the last one, maybe the highest one, breathe out down to the floor. Again, maybe through a push-up into downward facing dog. Big breath, and we're ready for the peak. Right leg behind you. Step it forward, but put the knee down at your right wrist. No need for shin bone parallel, but we do want the knee outside of the shoulder line for stability. Find a position that's stable for you. Spine upright and back, left glute especially is engaged. And then bend into that back leg, hamstring work. And if available to you, grab the foot with your left hand and stop at any place that you feel suits you today. This is also a version of King Pigeon. If you want to work that foot into the crease of your elbow and get that hand up, right hand reaches to the sky and maybe fingers interlock behind your head. Try to make this pose open for you. And if it feels better to have your hands on the floor, do that. Otherwise, engage your lower abs and get your chest up. Feel the openness. And when you're ready, gently release down. Take a breath in upright pigeon. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Welcome to pause in downward facing dog or in child's pose or an optional vinyasa. Settle in to down dog. And then we'll do the other side. Left leg behind you. Step it forward, but it's knee to wrist. Back legs goes backwards. Maybe check on it. Where is it? Settle hips down. Find your grounding. Lift chest up. Engage your back glute to bend your knee. Stay at every point that feels right for you. You can reach back for that foot with your right hand. Stay in this big stretch. Lift your chest. Or wiggle that foot into the arm crease. Turn the hand up to the sky and sweep the left arm overhead. Maybe your fingers clasped behind your head. Move around here in the way that gives you the most space. This is a full body strengthening and lengthening pose. And release. Take a breath in pigeon upright. And push back, downward facing dog. No rest just yet. Get down into forearm plank, hips low, and we'll hold for about 40 seconds to counteract all that back bending. Hips low. Push through elbows, neck neutral. Paid core work. You got it. Hold. Breathe. And then release. Get your knees forward so that you can sit on your bum. Take a breath in staff pose. Breathe in, lift up, and then round your back. Roll back to laying down, but not relaxing yet. Hands up above you. And a little momentum as possible. Move forward into an active forward fold. And then back, laying down, hands up. Move forward, hands reach out, forward of your feet, roll back down. Last one, biggest and slowest yet. So using core and rounding into that back. Stay in your fold. You wish to grab your feet here, soften into that fold, or round your back to feel a release in your upper spine. So we want the rounding and the relaxing of the whole back chain. Stay if it feels good, or slowly move down into relaxation on your back. You made it. Be happy and proud. You got a lot in. Take a second here. Let it all just integrate. Stay for as long as you have time for today. And I want to thank you so much for practicing with me today. Om Shanti. I'll see you next time. Bye.